Merry Christmas and welcome to Gospel Greetings, practical encouragement for living out your faith in the marketplace. Today we continue on our series called The Coming King from Isaiah. Last week we did Isaiah's son from Isaiah 9. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government will be upon his shoulder, and his name will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and peace there will be no end. Jesus' presence brings peace with God, peace with others, and peace with ourselves. What a gift! And we were challenged to recognize and receive his princely peace. This week we continue from Isaiah with session 3 called Isaiah's Virgin from Isaiah 7:14. Therefore the Lord himself will give you a sign. The virgin will conceive and give birth to a son, and will call him Immanuel, which means God with us. Again, hundreds of years before Jesus' birth, Isaiah prophesied the virgin birth of the Messiah. We know that the angel Gabriel appeared to Mary to announce all this, and that she was the chosen one to receive the Messiah as her son. Awesome. But Houston, we have a problem. Her fiancé, Joseph, finds out that she's expecting a child. What do you think went through his mind? What would have gone through your mind? I can't believe she did this to me, he might have thought. Being unfaithful, and even before we're married. He must have been filled with anxiety, uncertainty, very troubled. But God was merciful to Joseph and sent the angel Gabriel to communicate God's plan to him. Matthew talks about it in Matthew 1. Because Joseph, her husband, was faithful to the law and yet did not want to expose her to public disgrace, he had in mind to divorce her quietly. An angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream and said, Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid to take Mary home as your wife, because what is conceived in her is from the Holy Spirit. She will give birth to a son, and you are to give him the name Jesus, because he will save his people from their sins. All this took place to fulfill what the Lord had said through the prophet. The virgin will conceive and give birth to a son, and they will call him Immanuel, which means God with us. When Joseph woke up, he did what the angel of the Lord and commanded, and took Mary home as his wife. You see, God used this 700-year-old prophecy of Isaiah to reassure Joseph. Even though he knew he faced a lifetime of rumors, people looked down their noses at him due to his soon-to-be wife and his child born out of wedlock. You remember what we call this type of child. Yes, despite all this, God reassures Joseph with an angel who quotes the prophecy of Isaiah about a virgin giving birth to a son, Immanuel. Could it be that his fiancée will bear the Messiah, and that this Messiah, his stepson, would live amongst them? Over hundreds of years, God has used fulfilled prophecy, just like answered prayer, to reassure his people. Now, do you feel troubled this season? Life seem upside down? Let the fulfilled prophecy of Jesus' virgin birth reassure you that God is still on the throne and all will be well. Merry Christmas.